Hello, sue .oneschuk here, continuing the lessons from the Workbook of A Course in Miracles. And today we are on lesson 136. And the lesson for today is sickness is a defense against the truth. It says, no one can heal unless he understands what purpose sickness seems to serve. From then he understands as well its purpose has no meaning. Being causeless without a meaningful intent of any kind, it cannot be at all. When this is seen, healing is automatic. It dispels the meaningless illusion by the same approach that carries all of them to truth and merely leaves them there to disappear. So sickness is based on separation. Again, we believe we are a body, all based on the premise of separation from God. This is all an illusion. But we believe it's real. But the reality is wholeness and union, being one with God. And anything based on separation cannot be the truth. So it goes on to say, sickness is not an accident. Like all defenses, it is an insane device for self-deception. It's denying the wholeness. It's denying that we are a child of God. And like all the rest, its purpose is to hide reality, attack it, change it, render it inept, distort it, twist it, or reduce it to a little pile of unassembled parts. The aim of all the defenses is to keep the truth from being whole. The parts are seen as if one were whole within itself. Now, defenses are not unintentional, nor are they made without awareness. They are secret magic wands you wave when truth appears to threaten what you would believe. So we'd rather believe the ego than believe the truth of who we are. They seem to be unconscious, but because of the rapidity with which you choose to use them. In that second, even less, in which the choice is made, you recognize exactly what you would attempt to do, and then proceed to think that it is done. Who but yourself evaluates a threat, decides escape is necessary, and sets up a series of defenses to reduce the threat that has been judged as real? So, again, the threats are all obstacles that need to be removed. So it says all this can be done unconsciously. But afterwards, your plan requires that you must forget you made it. So it seems to be external to your own intent, a happening beyond your state of mind, an outcome with a real effect on you instead of one effected by yourself. It is this quick forgetting of the part you play in making your reality that makes defenses seem to be beyond your own control. Again, we're giving over our power to the ego. But what you have forgot can be remembered, given willingness to reconsider the decision, which is doubly shielded by oblivion. Your not remembering is but the sign that this decision still remains in force as far as your desires are concerned. Mistake not this for fact. Defenses must make facts unrecognizable. They aim at doing this, and it is this they do. Every defense takes fragments of the whole, assembles them without regard to all their true relationships, and thus constructs illusions of the whole that is not there. Remember, the illusions are not real. We make them up in our mind. It is this process that imposes threat, and not whatever outcome may result. When parts are wrested from the whole and seen as separate and wholes within themselves, they become symbols standing for attack upon the whole. I'm going to read that again. When parts are wrested from the whole and seem as separate from the wholes within themselves, they become symbols standing for attack upon the whole, successful in effect, and never to be seen as whole again. And yet you have forgotten that they stand but for your own decision of what should be real. You're deciding what should be real, to take the place of what is real. So a mind that thinks apart from the whole is a diseased mind. And a mind, it's a mind that's not at ease. The mind that's not at rest. A mind that is in a constant state of fight or flight. You know, and everything that is of a diseased mind projects is sick. So that everything that a diseased mind projects is sick. And being sourced, it's all being sourced from fear. And the end of that projection, the end point of that projection is destruction. So again, we're looking at, what are we afraid of? Where is the fear? This is the fear that's behind the illusions. And then again, it's spoken somewhere in the lessons, the text, it says, all sickness is mental illness. Remember, we are involved here in mind training, in shifting again our minds from, our belief that we're separated from God to transcending the ego, in that transcending of the ego, then we find ourselves in the right mindedness with God. So it's telling us here all again about the thought system related to the sickness that we perceive. That is not real. It's an illusion, which is difficult. It's difficult, maybe a difficult concept to get and grasp at this point. I was kind of stuttering there with my words again, but anyways, because it says sickness is a decision. And again, all sickness is mental illness. It is not a thing that happens to you, quite unsought, which makes you weak and brings you suffering. It is a choice you make, a plan you lay. When for an instant truth arises in your own deluded mind, and all your world appears to totter and prepare to fall. Now are you sick? And truth may go away and threaten your establishments no more. See, we're really afraid of truth. We're really afraid of love. And we develop all these defenses to defend our illusions, to defend all this, this mind wandering. It's all based in fear. From I know from the past. So how do you think that sickness can proceed in shielding you from truth? Because it proves the body is not separate from you, so you must be separate from the truth, the mind of God. You know, you suffer pain because the body does, and this pain, and in this pain, are you made one with it, with the pain, rather than one with God? This is your true identity preserved, the identity that you created. That, you know, we create this personality, this identity based from the ego thought system. And the strange, haunting thought that you might be something beyond this little pile of dust, silenced and stilled. See, this dust can make you suffer. Twist your limbs and stop your heart, commanding you to die and cease to be. The ego's free will. This is not God's will we're talking about that now, but the ego's free will is to suffer and die. So as we continue to live in the illusion that we're separated from God, you know, anytime that any sense of the belief that you are whole and complete as you are, that you are innocent, that you are without guilt, the ego is going to, it is going to kick in and does not want, the ego does not want to lose its power to God. Because, you know, we came here and, you know, we're in competition with God, believing that we can do it better than God. And you know, we're in the course here as we study it, you know, it keeps referring over and over again that God is limitless. You are limitless as a child of God. So he said, thus is the body stronger than the truth, which asks you, I'm going to say it again. Thus is the body stronger than the truth, which asks you live, but cannot overcome your choice to die. Again, the ego's free will is to suffer and die. And so the body is more powerful, I've said that, than everlasting life. Heaven more frail than hell? And God's design for salvation of his son opposed by a decision stronger than his will? His son is dust, the Father incomplete, and chaos sits in triumph over the throne, over his throne. Again, God's will for us is peace, joy, happiness, not chaos, not suffering and pain. So, such is your planning for your own defense, defending against who you are. And you believe that heaven quails before such mad attacks as these, with God made blind by your illusions. Truth turned into lies, and all the universe made slave to laws, which your defenses would impose on it. Yet, who believes illusions but the one who made them up? Who else can see them and react to them as if they were the truth? God knows not of your plans to change his will. The universe remains unheeding of the laws by which you thought to govern it. And heaven has not bowed to hell, nor life to death. You can but choose to think you die or suffer sickness or distort the truth in any way. What is created is apart from all of this. Defenses are plans to defeat what cannot be attacked. What is unalterable cannot change, and what is holy, sinless, cannot sin. Now, I want to interject here as you're reviewing and studying and practicing this here particular lesson. It is not to be, you know, it's not to hold any self-judgment here about all of this. that's where we can be tending towards, because the ego wants to bring us back into that. Remembering that we are wholly innocent. It's just these beliefs that we took on, that we are, as we do this course, and we, being radically honest about our thought system, that, again, becoming awake and aware to, how deep we are into the ego thought system. And again, it's not to be of judgment of it. It's to be open, that when you are a witness of it, the observer of it, that it is an opportunity and it's a gift to be able then to turn those ego thoughts over to the Holy Spirit for forgiveness, in a state or an act of forgiveness, to then be with the Holy Spirit is the bridge from the ego to God. And in turning it over to the Holy Spirit, we will find that peace, joy, love, and happiness. So it says, such is the truth. It does not make appeal to might nor triumph. It does not command obedience nor seek to prove how pitiful and futile your attempts to plan defenses would alter it. I'm going to say that again. Such is a simple truth. It does not make appeal to might nor triumph. It does not command obedience nor seek to prove how pitiful and futile your attempts to plan defenses that would alter it. Truth merely wants to give you happiness. For such its purpose is. Perhaps it sighs a little when you throw away its gifts, and yet it knows with perfect certainty that what God wills for you must be received. Be open to receive God's will. It is this fact that demonstrates that time is an illusion. For time lets you think what God has given you is not the truth right now, as it must be. The thoughts of God are quite apart from time. For time is but another meaningless defense you made against the truth. Yet what he wills is here, and you remain as he created you. Truth has a power far beyond defense. For no illusions can remain where truth has been allowed to enter. And it comes to any mind that would lay down its arms and cease to play with folly. It is found at any time, today, if you will choose to practice giving welcome to the truth. It's having the openness and the willingness to go forward and experience the truth. This is our aim today. And we will give a quarter of an hour twice to ask the truth to come to us and set us free. Just breathe into that. And truth will come, for it has never been apart from us. We only believe we've been separated from the truth. It's never been apart from us. It merely waits for just this invitation, which we give today. We introduce it with a healing prayer to help us rise above defensiveness and let truth be as it always has been. And here's the healing prayer. Sickness is a defense against the truth. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed today. Healing will flash across your open mind as peace and truth arise to take the place of war and vain imaginings. There will be no dark corners sickness can conceal and keep defended from the light of truth. There will be no dim figures from your dreams, nor their obscure, meaningless pursuits with double purposes insanely sought remaining in your mind. It will be healed of all the sickly wishes that it tried to authorize by the body to obey. Now is the body healed? Because the source of sickness has been opened to relief. The source of sickness being open, or the body being healed, is through a wholly healed mind. And you will recognize you practiced well by this. The body should not feel at all. If you have been successful, there will be no sense of feeling ill or feeling well, or pain or pleasure. No response at all is in the mind to what the body does. Its usefulness remains in nothing more. Perhaps you do not realize that this removes the limits you have placed upon the body by the purposes you gave it. As these are laid aside, these limits are laid aside, the strength of the body will always be enough to serve all truly useful purposes. We've been given this body as a communication tool. And, as it says here, for truly useful purposes. The body's health is fully guaranteed because it is not limited by time, by weather or fatigue, by food or drink, or any laws you made to serve it. You need do nothing nor to make it well, for sickness has become impossible with a healed mind. Yet this protection needs to be preserved by careful watching. If you let your mind harbor attack thoughts, yield to judgment, or make plans against uncertainties to come, you have again misplaced yourself and made a bodily identity which will attack the body, for the mind is sick. It says, give instant remedy should this occur by not allowing your defenses to hurt you longer. Do not be confused about what must be healed, but tell yourself, I have forgotten what I really am, for I mistook the body for myself. Sickness is defense against the truth, but I am not a body, and my mind cannot attack, so I cannot be sick. I'm going to read that again. It says here, give instant remedy should this occur, where you by not allowing your defenses to hurt you any longer. Do not be confused about what must be healed, but tell yourself, I have forgotten what I really am, for I mistook my body for myself. Sickness is a defense against the truth, but I am not a body, and my mind cannot attack, so I cannot be sick. So this is a pivotal lesson of all these 365 lessons. And, a mind that knows wholeness, it's just the experience that we're asking for. And, the experience of our incorruptible innocence. We cannot believe in this if we still believe that we are guilty. If we still believe that we are separated from God. And underlyingly, the unconscious guilt is all about that, because we believe we're separated from God. So, and we can still believe that we are guilty while being triggered by another, believing it's their fault that we're triggered, while we believe this, we're a victim through this filter of guilt. And this is what needs to be relinquished, and to accept you are as God created you. So I want to read a section here from the Workbook Companion by Robert Perry and Alan Watson. And it says, we need to remember what we have forgotten, the deliberate forgetting of our choice. We can remember if we are willing to reconsider the decision, which is doubly shielded, which it says in paragraph 5, line 2. That is the decision to run away from truth, the decision that truth is something against which we need to defend ourselves. And this is why, again, the exercise for this day is, again, I'm going to read it from, it says, sickness is a defense against the truth. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed. And it says further here, the antidote to the whole process is not attempting to heal the sick body, but to accept the truth about yourself, to let your mind be healed. Sickness is a side effect of rejecting the truth about yourself. The cure is to accept the truth instead, that you are holy, that you are innocent. To reconsider the original decision, which, although veiled from conscious awareness, must be there for sickness to have occurred. And again, the lesson warns us in the final paragraph, do not be confused about what must be healed. It isn't the body that needs healing, it is the mind. And this agrees with the text, which is the text chapter 8, section 9, in paragraph 1, line 5 to 6. When the ego tempts you to sickness, do not ask the Holy Spirit to heal the body, for this would merely be to accept the ego's belief that the body is the proper aim of healing. It says, ask rather that the Holy Spirit teach you the right perception of the body, for perception alone can be distorted. And it is that original decision to reject the truth of what you are, because it seems to threaten what you think you are, that must be questioned and reversed. So this lesson says some rather incredible things about the body of a person whose mind is healed and whose body has been accepted as nothing but a tool to be used to heal the world. All right. That is another long lesson. And that is lesson 136. Sickness is a defense against the truth. All right. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to being with you for the next lesson, which is lesson 137. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, please. And if you go below, you find all that, where to like, where to hit the like button, where to make a comment. Even if you put a thumbs up or a heart in the comments, that helps the algorithms. And there are people looking for the Course in Miracles, maybe not specifically the course, but what the content and the principles of the course have to offer. So please share it out. And I'll help to build this community as well. And if you look below, I do appreciate any donations to continue developing this here channel on YouTube. And yes, it's down below this video on YouTube in the description. Read down, you'll see that more in darkened letters. Click on it and go further, and it'll give you directions to how to donate. And also there are some references as well in that description. All right. Have a love-filled, peace-filled day. as you practice this lesson to the best of your ability. And I understand for those of you who are new, this may be, again, very difficult. Just trust. Trust, practice as it's suggested, and as you go forward, it'll become more and more clear. So, all right. Until the next video for lesson 137, with much love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.